Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today is a bit of an emotional vid, okay? I wanted to touch base on what's been going on with me because I know that I've been posting, but then I out of nowhere stopped being consistent, and I haven't been very vocal about what's been going on with me. I know I snapped some photos and I'm saying I'm dealing with health issues, but I'm not really saying exactly what it is. And it's just causing confusion. And it's also just kind of just been building up inside of me. So I wanted to take this time to discuss what happened to me and what's going on with me medically so we can have a more straightforward, open relationship and everybody could kind of know what's going on with me, because I'm tired of being silent at this point. I'm just gonna say what happened, and I don't have anything planned on exactly what to say today. I'm just going off of my current mood and what I'm feeling like sharing today. On December 3rd, I became extremely ill with a very powerful virus. I've had the flu in my life before, but this was on, I know it's hard to believe, but a different level of the flu. Okay, the virus that I had is called respiratory syncytial virus, or RSV, and it is commonly found in children. Babies usually get this virus, and it's very intense, and it's not something that you want your child to have. Well, I had this virus for intensely, when I mean intensely, I mean just brutally, couldn't breathe, couldn't walk, like, it was just so intense for 3 solid weeks. And every time I went to the doctor, I was in and out of the ER because my face kept turning blue, and I wasn't getting oxygen. I honestly was just totally incapacitated. I don't know how else to describe it other than I was violently ill for 3 solid weeks until finally, the end of week 3, my doctor, who I was repeatedly seeing throughout the process so he can monitor me, finally made the decision to hospitalize me because I wasn't recovering. I wasn't getting better. My body wasn't fighting it. And it was just a very messy situation. And honestly, it was like a blur. That went on until the end of December. And I don't even remember Christmas. It was all such a blur. So I was in the hospital. I got a bunch of IVs. Basically, it was just, I was hospitalized to, what is the word? I was hospitalized, I can't really think clearly. Like literally, this is my life. Assisted care. So basically they were assisting me to beat the virus because my body wasn't doing it. Bottom line was I needed to be hospitalized. And once I was released from the hospital, I was told to just go on strict bed rest for 10 days. We're trying to get me up and moving. We want to put me back into society. I mean, we needed to get me moving. So as the days went on, the cough went away, the sneezing went away, all of the congestion went away. But one thing remained, and it was a number of symptoms, but mostly fatigue, nausea, severe headaches, and brain fog like you wouldn't believe, along with other gastrointestinal issues that just never stopped. And this was going on, for weeks. I kept calling my doctor, and I kept saying, please, I'm so nauseous, I can't function, I can't even think straight. And, at that point, the doctor was like, it wasn't really making sense. Like, come on, this has been going on so long, Morgan. Like, your virus has been kicked. Like, come on, you got to snap back to reality. Like, get up, start moving, start walking around, you have to get up. So I listened and I tried to go back to my normal life. And when I did that, that lasted for about a week and a half of me trying to just go back to my routine, go back to work, go out like I normally would. Like, I was excited thinking, okay, this is it. I'm going to just forget all of that happened. I'm going to get up and I'm going to move on with my life. Now is the time. Get up, Morgan. Like, just go. And I, like, by the first day back to my normal routine, I was okay. I still felt like there was something wrong, but I was in my head, Morgan, it's over, push through it. So, as the days went on, I started having to call off of work. I couldn't maintain my schedule. I was trying to still go to doctor's appointments, and the symptoms were just increasing so bad. And I was just exhausted, and I just couldn't keep up with life. And I was just working, going home and laying. If I wasn't working, I was just laying all day. Like, I could not maintain my life, like, at all. Doing things with my husband, all I want to do is lay down and just make it stop. Everything was spinning. The way I can describe it to you is, this is the way I describe it to people, because this is exactly how it is. Think of like a heavy night of having fun with your friends and drinking, and let's say you drank too much. It's the feeling of first opening your eyes after a long night's worth of partying. I feel like terrible. Like, you just feel hungover and terrible and sluggish and headachy and nauseous and irritated, and my whole body just doesn't really want to move. I'm achy. I'm just everything. It's basically everything that I still had with the virus, minus the congestion and the coughing. So at that point, from trying to maintain my normal schedule, I went into a full relapse again, because my body just is rejecting it. I had to go back out. I stopped everything I was doing. I could no longer maintain it. I went back to my doctor. I mean, I'm talking like I couldn't do anything for daily living. Like, I don't know how comfortable I feel about getting into all that. So and then I just kind of went back to square one, but now it's worse, and I'm not fully recovering from what happened to me. So what I think it is, and what my doctors are now thinking, and again, I didn't want to come on here until I had a decent idea of what was happening to me. I've done so many tests, like, you would not believe. Like, any test you could think of, I've been checked for. And everything keeps coming back normal, which is good, thank God. But the problem is, I don't feel good. Like, I'm not coming back. So what's happening is I have something called post-viral fatigue syndrome. Now, if you don't know what that is, please do not just assume you know what it is, and do not just say, oh, she's tired after a virus. It's way, way, way more than that. It's debilitating, and it strongly interferes with my life, like you would not believe. It's an invisible virus. Sometimes it is visible. Sometimes I look better than other days. I mean, it's like a day-by-day basis, literally. There are some days where I never feel 100% back to myself. There's never a day where I'm like, oh, I feel 100%. But I will have clearer days where the brain fog has slowed down, and I can, like, hold on conversations and do, I can't even put it into words. It's so hard. And then there's just other days where mostly this is what happens to me. This is mostly my life right now, is I'm just crashed. I'm laying on a couch. I'm exhausted. I don't want to move. Certain things exhaust me. I don't want to just irritate the symptoms anymore. But it's getting more and more intense, and it has taken a while for me to really say, Morgan, slow down. You have a problem. Like, I was always so energetic, like you would not believe. Like I used to go out and like just be crazy. Like that is just my personality. I had so much energy, and I just loved it, and all of that I feel like has been taken from me, like full on taken from me. I do get frequent sore throats, and it's basically like my immune system is compromised. So basically, I'm still in the process of trying to talk to a doctor who specializes in this. I don't know if post-viral fatigue syndrome is the only thing I have. I can tell you I don't have anything, I don't want to say more significant, because this has been pretty significant. This is brutal. This is brutal. And it's not like, oh, I'm tired, I need to go take a nap, and when I wake up, I'll feel better. This is like, I never get relief from it. I go to sleep feeling like garbage. I wake up the same exact way every single day. And what's worse about this is you may not get tired when you're doing things that are more extensive at the time, but then a couple hours later it hits you, and I mean, I just go down. Like I feel like I could sit on this camera and just go on and tell you guys stories of like what's been going on with me, but I can honestly just sit on here and just keep going and going and going. I just, basically what I'm trying to say is my life got turned upside down. Like as of December 3rd, my life has never been the same, and it has been exhausting. And I'm very, very blessed that I have an amazing husband who has supported me throughout this entire process. I think it's just the whole idea of like, I have a chronic illness that I'm having a hard time adjusting to. It's not an easy thing to, admit to yourself. Like some people are like, oh, just it's okay. But it's really not, because like I feel very vulnerable right now, and I feel very like, just I can't even put it into words. All I can say is like my world has been rocked. But what's happening at this point is I still miss my life, what used to be, and I know there has to be more than just laying around. And it's just been really hard for me. I'm not gonna cry on this. There are no tears on this channel, so girl, I'm keeping it together. So what I did want to say is, what I do want to point out, and this is something that's very stressful for people with my illness, is it's invisible, okay? So like, I can still like function to some degree. I don't carry around anything that shows the illness. There's nothing that accommodates the illness other than me. So I'm worried that people are going to see me and they're like, oh, she's fine, and it's just, that's a problem that every person with post-viral fatigue syndrome, chronic fatigue syndrome has, is, even people with Lyme disease, like, you don't see it, but we're feeling it 100% of the time. And it sucks. And getting the diagnosis for it sucks even more, because a lot of doctors are not familiar with this disease or illness. No one is fully aware of this. Like, it's insane. It's insane to me how difficult it is to speak to somebody who really truly has a full grasp of chronic fatigue syndrome or post-viral fatigue or myalgic encephalomyelitis. I can't even pronounce what I have, okay? It's ME, okay? Like, I mean, God, it just sucks. So what I wanted to do is kind of just come on here, just connect with everybody again. What I want to do is start making videos when I am up to it again and start doing things that I love that I can still do. So one of those things is obviously skincare, okay? Skincare, you guys know, is my 100% true passion in life. Like, I love it. I just love skincare. On my sickest day, actually, I can't say my sickest day. There's a lot of sickest days with this illness. But when I was hospitalized, like, my husband called me and he's like, Morgan, like, what can I get you? What do you need? I was like, Mark, please go to my nightstand and get the 2 little jars of La Mer. He's like, no, Morgan, seriously. I'm like, no, Mark, I want my La Mer. Because wanna know why? Skincare makes me feel comfortable, skincare makes me feel powerful, and skincare makes me feel like myself. And that's what makes me comfortable. I know that sounds crazy, and I know people are like, this girl's in the hospital and all she wants is a freaking jar of cream. And it's like, yeah, I do, because that's what I truly love. And La Mer makes me feel like myself. If I could still put my skincare on, I still feel like the old Morgan. And that there's something to be said about that. So, with an illness like this, it's hard, staying happy, and it's hard some days to keep your head up, because you're like, some days you're like, Jesus, is this really my life? Is this it? Like, and it's very, very emotionally and physically draining. And even the small things could exhaust me. Like, I could just be looking at my phone, and if I'm moving the screen too fast, I get dizzy and I need to go lay down. I mean, it's nuts. So what I'm planning on doing at this point, just because it's getting so long, I'm alone a lot, and I do have, my husband taking care of me, and I do have a couple of very, very good friends. That's very, very hard to find when you're chronically ill, and I hate to say it, but you really do learn who your true friends are when you do have something like this, okay? I learned a lot in the past couple months, okay? And it's okay. I'm happy that I'm finding people who truly care about me and who I truly care about, and it's just a whole new appreciation, and it's totally just a whole new world for me, and I'm looking at everything literally through different eyes, because every day I feel like I'm underwater. Literally go underwater, and that's how I feel all the time, even now. So back to what I'm trying to say is, I want to start posting skincare videos again. I want to start connecting with people again, and I'm just asking for a little bit of patience and a little bit of understanding. I do not want to come on this channel sick, tired, and negative all the time, because that is not who I am as a person, and I don't want to just be negative, and it's very hard for me to put all of this out here, because I feel very vulnerable right now. But what I want to do is I want to start talking about my skincare again, and I want to start doing what I love again. It's very easy to pick up something and talk about it on camera. If I do need to rest, I can obviously pause the camera and lay down. There's ways of going about this. Editing is a beautiful thing, so I would ask that I not be judged and I not be ridiculed for making my videos. But this is something that I personally want to do with my life, and it's one of the few things that I think I could maintain. What I do want to say is, I don't think I can have a consistent channel. Even my Instagram, I don't think I'm going to be able to maintain an everyday presence, because there are just some days really where I am just wiped out and I don't want to do anything. So I can't guarantee a schedule, but what I could guarantee is the videos that I put out, I'm going to give it all of my heart, and I want to just be my old self. And I think that's all I have to say. Girl, there will be no tears, and if there are tears, well, girl, I have the makeup, I have the rose oil, I have the, we're gonna cover it up, okay? We're covering it up, because I am not coming on this channel a hot mess. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up. So please stay tuned for upcoming videos. like I said, I'm going to give it my all, and I do not want to come across as, I don't know, I'm giving it my all, and I do not want my sickness to show on my channel, because babies, we still need our skincare. We still need to feel good about ourselves, and we still need to have glowing, wonderful skin. And I just want to thank everybody who has supported me and shown for me and has come to visit me and taking the time out of their days to just come sit with me on my couch and just talk to me. I mean, that's amazing, and that goes so far. I mean, I just do want to thank the very few friends who have made an effort to come see me. My husband has been amazing, and I feel like I'm at the Academy Awards thanking everybody for the award. But like, it's very true. It's very, very, very appreciated, and just thank you. And everybody, I just appreciate it if I can have some support, and we can all just kind of see it through together. So everybody, you have a wonderful day or night, and thank you. And if you have not done so, please subscribe to my channel, because I plan on getting some backed up content uploaded as I am able to. Thank you for your patience, and I love you all. Have a nice day. Good night. Oh, have a nice day. Good night.